Okay, students, so I was telling you about these three organs: legislature, executive, and judiciary. Okay, so the judiciary part was what? It was that part in which the laws were discussed. Okay, in the courts. What were the courts?
Supreme Court, High Court,
Supreme Court, High Court, and Lower Court. Okay, so it is responsible for the interpretation of Constitution. Okay, and it reviews the laws created by legislature. Okay, this judiciary does what? It reviews the laws. Reviews means to make a kind of discussion that the laws which were discussed or which were formed, it is going to be discussed that how it is going to be implemented, on which issues it is going to be implemented, and
evening exercises.
so that's all about the judiciary. That the laws are being reviewed. Reviewed means that laws are being discussed. That like on the population issue, or on business issue, or on citizen issue. Okay, or on education, all these things. So banking laws, many things. Okay, so all these laws are being discussed in the judiciary. Okay, so these were the three organs of the government. Now, let's discuss about the yes. Okay. Now today we will know about the making of the Indian Constitution. Yes. The making of okay. We were discussing about this. Okay. Now we have also studied about the making of Indian government. Okay. Okay, see, before independence, who were ruling on our country? The Britishers. The Britishers were ruling on our country. So, what was happening? The laws, policies, everything was according to them. According to whom? According to the Britishers. So, at that time, they were doing all the things, they were implementing all those kinds of laws which were beneficial for them, not for the country India. Okay, so they thought to do something which benefits them. So at that time, the people of this country, Indians, they decided to do what? They started to rebel. They started to revolt. Why you are making laws for yourself? Why you are making the laws for the benefit of your country, like England? Okay, so they started to discuss on that. Okay, they started what? They fought for participation of Indians in writing the Constitution. Okay, like they planned to write the Constitution. So for that, they called people, those who were noble, those who were literate, those who were educated. Am I audible to you? Am I audible to you? Okay, so they called for those like a meeting. Okay, those why? Just to sit together and to write the Constitution. Okay, so in there were some of the members of the Constituent Assembly. What do you mean by Constituent Assembly? What do you mean by Constituent Assembly? You know what is assembly? What is gathering of people? So this Constituent Assembly was for the Constitution. Okay, this gathering was for what? For which purpose? To write the law. Okay, so that is known as the Constituent Assembly. So they sat together, they thought to plan to write laws for the benefit of the people of the country. Okay, so what happened? Then at that time, the Britishers ignored their plan. Britishers ignored their plan that Indians want to write something that will benefit them. So the Britishers do what? What the Britishers did? The Britishers ignored the plans of Indians that they want to write something like as in constitution, like something, the laws which benefits the Indians. Okay, so the Britishers ignored the plannings. The Britishers ignored what?
The planning for the writing and the planning of
For the Constituent Assembly, that they are not going to join, or they are not favor of that. So after that, what happened? There was a Second World War. Okay, so after that, the Britishers started participation in that. Like, okay, let's help you. Then you will do what? Then they started doing what? They sent a cabinet mission. They sent a cabinet mission in 1496, which presented a plan. Which presented a what?
plan.
That cabinet mission presented a plan like for the favor of Indians. Like, you want to make laws, you can make laws through that cabinet mission. Okay, so through that, what happened? This provided for the making of Constituent Assembly. The Britishers were in favor of Indians. Why? There was a war, Second World War. Okay, so after that, the Britishers were favor of the Indians, that okay, we are passing a cabinet mission, you can write that. Okay, this provided for the making of Constituent Assembly. It was formed in 1946. What was Constituent Assembly?
The gathering of people that
Yes, so the Britishers allowed them. The Britishers allowed that you can sit down, you can make a kind of gathering, a discussion, or you can write the you can form a Constituent Assembly. Okay. Now, then there were some of the prominent members of the Constituent Assembly. Okay, there are many of the members like Dr. Rajendra Prasad, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, then Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, Maulana Abul Kalam Azad, then Acharya J.B. Krishpalani, then Pandit Govind Vallabh Pant, then Shri Sarat Chandra Bose, then Shri C. Raja Gopalachari, then Shri M. Asaf Ali, then Shrimati Sarojini Naidu, then Shrimati Vijaya Lakshmi Pandit. These were the members of the Constituent Assembly, in which they were going to sit together and discuss for what? The rules which they are going to form that implement. Okay, so that laws and rules were written in the book. That was the Constitution. The book was Constitution. Can you please reply something, or you just listen only? Okay. So now let's know about the drafting of our Constitution. We have discussed all these topics, you know. So okay, now let's know about the adaptation. Adoption of our Constitution. Okay, read. Can you please tell me what you understand by adoption? Adoption. From adopt to adoption. It's like that. Okay. So, yes.
Adopting something means making it in a habit.
Yes, like something is being implemented and you have to follow that. You have to accept that. Okay, so it's something like that. Just please read aloud.
Adoption of the Constitution. The draft of the Constitution was adopted on 26 November 1949. It came into force on 26 January 1950 because of the date's historical importance. Earlier on 26 January 1940, Congress has previously filed for Purna Swaraj from complete independence. It also decided that 26 January 1930 would be celebrated as Swaraj Diwas. That was why this day was selected on implementation of the Constitution. India became a republic after the implementation of the Constitution. Dr. Rajendra Prasad became the first president of the country.
Okay, so after the drafting of Constitution, after the writing of Constitution, what happened? It was time it was time that the citizens of the country should adapt that. Okay, so on 26th November 1949, what happened? It was adopted. Like it was, the Indian Constitution was adopted on 26th November 1949. Okay, so then after that it came into force in the very next year in 1950. In 1950, the Constitution came into force. So after that, we celebrate what? Why we
The
celebrate?
complete independence.
We celebrate the Republic Day.
The Republic Day.
Yes, the Republic Day on
Oh,
26th of
January.
January. Okay, so that's the reason why we celebrate that. Why? Because it came into force on 26th of January 1950. Okay, so because of that historical importance, we celebrate the Republic Day on
26 January.
26th January. Okay, so but before that, there was a kind of fight. Okay, there was a kind of fight for Purna Swaraj. Okay, what is Purna Swaraj?
So complete independence.
Yes, they were like they were under the rule of Britishers. The Indians were under the rule of Britishers. So at that time there was a fight that was known as Purna Swaraj, means complete independence. Okay, so that held that was during 26th January 1930. Okay, so what they revolted for, what they fight for?
So for
They
independence.
fought for complete independence. Okay, so it was also decided at 26th January 1930 that it would be celebrated as Purna Swaraj. Okay, Purna Swaraj means independence. Okay, so they wanted to get the whole independence on 26th January 1930. Okay, so that's why this date was selected for the implementation of. But that was a reason. Earlier, see what I am saying. Earlier they decided to make the date of constitution as what? 26th January 1930. But after 20 years, they got that right. They got that right to implement the constitution. Okay. Why? There was a fight. There was fight among the Britishers. They were not allowing that they can have the full freedom. Okay. So that was all about the fight. Okay. Then after that, what happened? That's why this date was selected for the implementation of constitution. That what I said. That during 26th of January 1930, they wanted the Purna Swaraj. Okay. That was said to be like they wanted that they wanted that it would be the complete freedom, but they couldn't got that. Why? Because who was ruling at that time? The Britishers. So they were not in favor of. Okay. So then what happened? The implementation of constitution. What happened? Then what happened? The implementation of constitution was like it became the Republic Day. We know that we celebrate the Republic Day because on that day, what happened?
So we got complete independence. So the rules were implemented.
The rules were implemented. So see, it's also called freedom. It's also called freedom. If someone is allowing you to make some laws for your benefit, so that is also independence. That is also a kind of freedom. Okay, it's not like it's not like that we got on 15 August we got the independence. It's not like that. That was also a kind of freedom, that you got the right to write your own laws for the sake of your own country. Okay, so then after that, who became the first president of our country? Yes, Dr. Rajendra Prasad became our first president. Okay, of our country. Yes. So yes, Jawaharlal Nehru. I am saying about the first president. Okay, the first president. Yes. Now let's know about the preamble.
So may I read?
Okay. So this was all that I discussed about the making of Indian government. Okay. In this, sorry, in this we have discussed about the adaptation. In this we discussed about the adaptation of our constitution. In this we have discussed about the adaptation of constitution. Okay. Now we are going to read about the preamble. Yes. Okay, now let's know what is preamble. Okay, she's close to the mic, so let her read. Yes, Maria.
The preamble. Our constitution starts with the preamble. The idea of a preamble was borrowed from the USA. Following are the important features mentioned in the preamble. The source of power. The first line of the preamble, we, the people of India, and the last line, adopt, enact, and give to ourselves this constitution, imply that the power lies in the hands of the people. It is on behalf of the people of India that the members of the Constituent Assembly frame the constitution. Since it draws authority from the people hold the ultimate power.
Okay. Now, see, the preamble is what? Preamble is about our constitution. Our constitution starts with the preamble. Okay. Our constitution starts with the preamble. Okay. So there are many of the rights, many of the fundamental rights and fundamental duties written in the preamble. Okay. So preamble was an idea borrowed from USA. Preamble is all about the rights and duties which are mentioned in the constitution. Okay, that's why it is written here. Our constitution starts with a preamble. Our constitution starts with a preamble. Preamble means all the fundamentals. We will discuss later about this. Okay, that what are the preambles? The fundamental rights and duties which are all mentioned. See, it's all mentioned here. Okay. Yes, preamble is all which was all for the benefit of the citizens of this country. Okay. So preamble is all about what? It was firstly borrowed from USA. Who brought that? Who brought this the idea of preamble?
USA.
Who borrowed from the USA? Indians. So some of the Indians went to USA to study law. So who was that person?
Sir, it isn't mentioned here.
Okay. So Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. Okay. So yes, these and Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar. From where he studied the law? No. From where Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar studied the law? From England. Yes. Okay. So these were the knowledgeable people. So because of them, they sit together and they form the law. Okay. So this preamble was borrowed by USA. Okay. So there are some of the important features which are mentioned in the preamble. Okay. Now see, our source of power. In the preamble, there are the sources of power. Okay, like we, the people of India, okay, was the first line of the preamble, and the last line was adopt, enact, and give to ourselves this constitution. Okay, that means that everything was for the benefit of Indian people. Okay, so what was the first line? The first line. We, the
People of India.
people of India. We the people of India. And the second line was
The adopt an act
and give to ourselves constitution.
and
an act
enact. What is enact? It's all about the law. Enact, act. Okay. An act.
and give
And
to
give
ourselves
to ourselves the constitution.
And give ourselves
this constitution.
this constitution. Okay, what does this mean? This means that this preamble or the constitution is we the people. Like this is for us. The constitution is for us. And what does this mean? Adopt,
So adopt the regulation.
enact, and to give ourselves this constitution. It means that we are going to give ourselves, means we are going to follow this. We are going to follow the constitution and we are going to adopt that. Adopt means to
So to get used.
to make a habit of it. Okay, to like accept something. Okay, so adopt, enact, and to give ourselves this constitution. Understood? Like this constitution is for us, and we are going to follow that. We are going to be the follower of it. Okay, so it was all about this in the preamble. Okay, now there are some of the features like what are all written in the preamble. Okay, so this implies that the power lies in the hands of people. This implies that what is tell? This tells that the power is in the hands of
The people.
people. Like they can elect the government, they can select any of the representative, and they can form the government by casting their own vote. Okay. Yes, you please tell. What do you understand by this? Like that the power of people lies in the hands of the people. What does this mean? The power of people lies in the hands of people. What does this mean? She was sleeping, so I am asking to her. Yes, please. What does this mean? That the power of people, the power lies in the hands of Indians. The power lies in the hands of people of this country. So what does this mean? I have just explained about what are the powers. Can you tell?
Sir, it means all the returns
Order is what? Yes.
on the power that the constitution has that was given is in the hand of people.
Okay. Give me an example like how the power are in the hands of us, like citizens. Yes, you please tell.
You will put the president
The representative, you can say the representative who can look after the state or the country. Okay, like for the welfare of the country, for the benefit of the country, for the benefit of the citizens. Okay, like rights, like the fundamental rights of us. Okay, so these are the power which are in our hands. Am I audible to you?
What are the powers?
The powers that lies in our hands are we can cast the vote, we can elect a representative. Like if you are going to cast a vote, so that is the power in your hand. Okay, you can elect anyone as a chief minister or as president or prime minister. So that is the power. That is the power which is in your hand legally. Okay, as per the constitution, as per the right you have as a citizen of this country. Understood? Or you are just like going up. Okay. Okay. So the power lies in the hands of people. It is on behalf of the people of India that the members of the Constituent Assembly framed the Constitution. Since it draws authority from the people hold the ultimate power. Okay, see, the people of this country, they have the authority. How? They have the authority like by casting the vote. Okay, so this helps them. This helps us like we have the power. Okay, so the Constitution is for us. Okay, understood? Now, is there any doubt? Any question? Vaibha? Please, if you have any question, you can ask. Anyone have any kind of question, can ask.
So I'm asking, is email a book or something?
Yes?
The email is a book or something?
Preamble is something like you can see that the features of the Constitution. See, in the beginning it is written, our Constitution starts with a preamble. See in the book. Okay, our Constitution, the book starts with the preamble. It is mentioned something like that. You can see in the book. These are some of the points which are mentioned in the book. Like for you are confused what is preamble. See, the people of India having solemnly sought to constitute into India into a sovereign democratic republic and to serve to all its citizens. Okay, then justice, then liberty, equality, fraternity. In our Constituent Assembly, this 26th of, okay, it's the date when this was written. Okay, hereby adopt, enact and give to ourselves this Constitution. Understood? Now, what are the features of preamble? What are the features of preamble? Yes, Larva. Tell. Yes, it's written here. Okay, let me write. Let me write here on the book. Okay, what are the features of preamble?
The justice.
No, first one is sovereign.
Justice.
Sovereign democratic republic. Okay, the second one is justice.
And third is liberty.
Third is liberty.
Equality. Next. And the last one, fraternity.
Okay, so these are the features of preamble. Sovereign democratic republic. Okay, so what does this mean? Can anyone tell? Sovereign democratic republic. Yes. Sovereign democratic republic. This is only for the citizens of this country. Like they have the freedom. They have the freedom to what? To do what? To choose their representative. They have the freedom. what? Freedom from what? What is democratic? Like?
There is something in your side.
Yes.